We're on time-ish.
We're only an hour late.
No, we told everybody 2 o'clock today, so we're not late. We're like 3 minutes late.
By any chance, do you have a bottle of water over there?
I do, homie.
I'm such a pain in the ass today. I'm sorry. If you could grab me a bottle of water. Thank you. You're the man. Much appreciated.
Totally didn't put it in my asshole.
Smells better than usual.
Well, it's a Monday, so I showered for the week. You ready to do creepiest South African?
Christian Blatt, I am not at the stadium shoveling snow. I wouldn't even go to the stadium to watch the game. I'm sitting at home on my couch where it's warm.
Fuck that game. It's basketball season now.
Oh, no. Poor Vinnie.
It's basketball season
Poor
now.
Vinnie.
All right, we'll start the show.
Attention parents, what you're about to see is not suitable for kids. Shoot, it's not even suitable for some grown-ups. You might want to walk away now if you ain't into these type of things.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm going to deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Guess what? Guess where you just got into? Cool guy zone.
Disgusting, vomit-inducing thing.
Hola, creepos. And may I also add,
Excelsior. True believers.
welcome to another episode of your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps, by creeps, for you creeps. I'm your host. My name is Vinny. And joining me, biggest asshole that I know in his stupid Bills hoodie because they're still in the playoffs for like 5 more hours. It's Carl.
Hey, what is happening? Vinny Paulino, very sorry about the game Saturday night. That did not go the way you wanted it to. It looks
I'm
cold.
sorry about the game Saturday night. I'm sorry about the game that was the Sunday night. I'm sorry about the game that was the Sunday night before that. I'm sorry about the last 3 fucking games that have left the most sour fucking taste in my mouth for goddamn NFL football. It's basketball season, everybody.
What about the Lions? The Lions picked up a nice victory last night. Moving on.
the Lions?
That was a fun game.
I don't care about the Lions.
Yes,
I'm happy
you
for
do.
everybody
Yes,
in
you-
Michigan, but I don't give a
We
shit.
love Detroit. What are you talking about? Let's go Lions.
I don't give a shit. I hope they win the Super Bowl, though. I'm not Buffalo.
Detroit Buffalo Super Bowl. Holy shit, I'd have to go to that. Not that I like to go to Vegas, but I'd find a good excuse.
Good. All right, everybody. Hope you're happy. Welcome to the show. It's Monday. It's a creep off. This is the show where Carl and I nominate creeps in a category, and you get to decide who gets the points. Loser spins the wheel. The score is currently 3-1. Carl is in the lead.
Hell yeah.
I am
After
very much
decisive
behind.
victory last round, too.
You know what's amazing?
I've been on a run lately. I'm killing it.
You know what's amazing?
The fact that I stay humble.
If this was a foot race, it would be completely different. I would be in the lead,
Okay.
and it'd be terrible.
I'm
But
club fucking footed, you asswipe.
Jessica's here to tell us who won last week when we did creepiest NFL wife or girlfriend.
That's right.
Should we bring her in? Because
Let's bring her in.
I got some great questions from listeners for her too.
Oh,
Hi,
look
Jess.
This is feeling
Go
the
Birds.
spirit today. All
The
right.
season's over,
Nice.
everybody.
You got a big today.
Yeah, the Cowboys lost, so that's a big. I don't know football that well. All
it's-
I know is
it's-
that
as
my
an
mom
Eagles
told me
fan-
she's like the Cowboys lost, and I'm like, all right.
As an Eagles fan, the Cowboys losing is just as good as the Eagles winning. That's correct.
Yes. All right. So last week, the winner with 64% of the vote was Vinny.
Oh shit!
Please. We're going to make a play. And this is a huge deal that's going down.
I think I might need to demand a recount. I
The
saw
numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
I saw things very differently.
Shut the fuck up, asswipe, and suck my cock.
I saw things very differently when I was checking out the website.
Well, you know what, Carl?
Time to get in the pool.
Fuck you.
Okay. Congratulations, Vinny. You did pick a good one. I thought the TLC girl there, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, would be a winner, but I did forget about Aaron McNair's ultimate demise.
I feel so much better. I forgot what victory felt like.
It's been a while.
The world's been beating me down so much lately. God damn, I got to smile now. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody. Good job on the voted. Jess, now that we have you here, last week we were apparently just asking you questions that listeners had.
Yeah, we want to learn more about your personal life.
Yeah, it turns out it's a runaway hit segment here.
People love it.
I got some more from listeners.
Good.
If you got a second. This is on our Reddit page.
Getting to know our results girl, Jessica. It's a whole new segment.
Against my will.
I love it.
Yeah, you could go to a post called Correspondence to Jess, January edition.
Nice.
And feel free to leave your comments. None of these aren't bad.
Oh, Jess, come on.
Like JoJo Jones 10 wants to know, are you satisfied with how Rosie O'Donnell portrayed you in riding the bus with my sister?
Thank you.
Just answer the question, Jess.
No.
Okay.
She could have done better. I don't know.
Gloomy Philosopher 31 says, hey, Jess, if you could travel to an alternate universe and you discover an animal you've never seen before, what would you name it?
It depends on what the animal would look like.
Okay.
All right, describe what it looks like and what its name is then.
I don't know why. I just imagine a little, like, have you in Star Trek they have those little, like, those puffballs?
Yep. I remember those.
But I don't know what to name it. Steve. I always go with Steve. It's
not a first name, like the name of the species. Do you have no creativity over there, Jess?
I thought they meant
some classes or something, some improv classes, get you yes-anding a little bit.
Well,
I'm no scientist. I just name it Steve.
Gloomy Philosopher followed up with a question. He says, and by the way, at the end of the day, how smelly do your feet get?
Good question. We learned that they're 9.5 last week.
Yep.
Now we want to know odor.
It's not that bad.
Good answer. Not that bad.
When you take your shoes off, does your dog run away from you or does your dog come to you?
It depends on if my mom's in the house.
Your mom has sticky feet too?
Weird.
No.
Yeah, like a swingers
my dog absolutely adores my mother. Like, so
okay.
If like he'll just, because she'll give him like scraps of food and all that stuff. So
all right.
But if I'm home,
this segment's really a winner.
I don't know. What do you want from this? Is this how you wanted me to answer this?
Yeah, any other questions over there?
No. Nope.
All right, well, we're learning a little bit, slowly but surely, we're learning more about Jess, our results girl. We appreciate you, Jess.
Old Stankfoot Jess. Thank you for delivering the good news today.
You're welcome.
I wasn't really pleased with that part of it, but other than that, we love having you on here today.
At Jess Daydreaming, everybody.
Go Birds.
Yeah. Get lost. Get lost.
Did they say go Birds in Philadelphia? I guess they must if she's saying that.
I can't tell what
Fly
they're
Eagles
saying.
Fly. That was what they.
When I walked around Philadelphia, I never heard anybody yelling "Go Birds."
No.
Maybe they were, but they were all overdosing on fentanyl or stuffing their faces with cheesesteaks. I couldn't make out a word.
People were giving me the bird, but I don't think they were rooting for the Eagles.
Carl, you picked the category today. Do you want to tell everybody why you picked this category?
Well, listen, there's 2 holidays today, okay? One of them is very important. And of course, I'm referring to Super Chat Monday. People are already celebrating with us, and we appreciate that, including Simon343 saying, happy Super Chat Monday, gentlemen. Happy Super Chat Monday to you, Simon343. And Simon's an American, so he knows that's the more important of the 2 holidays. And Tyler, what? What is this now?
I think he says F the Bills, Vinny Winnie, VWO for life.
Hamburger World Order, HWO.
That's right. Hamburger World Order.
I'm not involved with any of these world orders. It's a little played out at this point.
Super Chat World Order, SWO.
Tyler, you're getting one of these.
Excelsior. True believers.
That's it, baby.
Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that.
So, Carl, again, you going to tell us why you picked this category?
Well, the other holiday today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Remember how he freed South Africa from apartheid? So I based on that, I thought we should find the creepiest South African today. Don't you think?
Carl, you ignorant slut. I don't know what to say to you. That wasn't your real thought process, clearly. But I'm going with it. So it's creepiest South African today.
Creepiest South African is the category today.
Oh,
Dave
boy.
Sarah coming in with $5.
Yeah, thanks. NFL didn't want anyone watching the KC game because it was rigged as fuck. The FBI killed MLK. That is all.
Well, you don't want to put that up?
I didn't want to put that up. I caught it.
Huh.
And I'm just not going to put that up on.
Really? Well, you think the FBI is not up to no good from time to time?
Next picks, thanks for the 699 Canadian. It's been a while since I've watched a live stream. Happy Super Chat Monday and 2024, gents.
Thanks, Next Picks. That's right. There's a holiday today. Well, not where that person lives, but there is a holiday today. So we should have more viewers than usual, or else maybe people are just watching us at work. And that's why they come here on Monday afternoons.
It could be. Either way, we're glad you're here. So
sorry we started an hour later than usual. The comedy
fault.
club that we're in is under construction right now for some reason. They had to do this on a Monday.
Well, we're open over the weekend, so Monday is a logical time to do construction in a comedy club.
It sure is.
What would you prefer they do it?
Any other day but Monday.
Yeah, me
would be
too.
perfect for me. It would work out really well for me personally.
All right, Carl.
All right,
let's
Vinny.
play your fucking game. Let's play
Let's play it.
Creepiest South African. Ladies and gentlemen, let's ring the bell and get going.
All right, Vinny won, so he gets to go first, presenting who he thinks is the creepiest person from South Africa. Take it away, Vinny Paulino.
Well, folks, I don't need to tell you who I think is the biggest creep from South Africa. I think it's Elon Musk. But since I did some research.
So you're pro FBI and anti Elon Musk. That's interesting.
I didn't say I was pro FBI. I was just didn't want to get in trouble with YouTube.
Huh.
Okay.
Vote Carl, everybody.
Hold on. I kind of like Elon sometimes. I just was going for the joke. That's not my creep. My creep today is Moses Sidhole. That's his name. Sithole.
Yeah, I thought you, when you said that to me, I thought you had a typo. So the guy's name is not Shithole.
No, it is.
He wasn't
Sidhole.
named after where he's from. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So listen, I'm not going to give you the whole backstory. I'll just tell you he had a terrible childhood. And starting around 1987, that's when he began raping women.
Okay.
And even though he had a perfectly good 17-year-old girlfriend at home, he was running around town all over Johannesburg raping women.
I feel like we need to say this because a lot of people listen to our show and we're influential. Women hate that. Don't do it.
Yeah. It's not how you're supposed to, start a relationship.
It's not a good way to start a relationship.
No.
For sure.
So in February 1989, he raped a woman named Bayaswa Swakimisa.
Sounds hot.
And he threatened her with a machete. Now, his luck ran out one day because he's just walking through the street when this beautiful woman, Bayishwa, sees him as she's standing outside of her job having a smoke break. She's like, that's the motherfucker who raped me and, threatened me with the machete. I know him.
Right.
So she calls the police.
Okay.
And the police show up, and you know what? They arrest them, and they also commit what I'm going to call the funniest bit of police incompetency I've ever heard of.
All right.
Now, they arrest him, but they still need to take her statement because she just called and they showed up. So she needed a ride to the station, and they were taking him to the station. They made them ride in the back seat of the police car together.
They don't have more than one police car over there?
Yeah. Perpetrator and victim.
In Johannesburg, they don't have more than one police car.
Not for these two.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. So as they're riding in the car, the cops are in the front seat, they're in the back seat. During the trip, the police said Siddle kept cursing at the victim and saying that he should have killed her. Siddle was sentenced to 6 years.
Well, I mean,
in
listen,
prison.
in his defense, based on what's happening now, that would have been a better move.
Dude,
Now
can you
she's a
imagine
tattletale.
sitting there going, fucking you tattletale the whole time?
Now that she's a tattletale,
Like,
yeah.
do you realize the amount of privacy that they give rape victims now compared to they never make you ride in the back seat?
This was the late
With
80s, you said?
This was 89,
Wow.
1989. He gets 6 years. Now, while he's in jail, right, he meets a woman named Martha who is visiting another relative in prison.
Okay.
They begin writing letters to each other, and eventually, in 1993, when he's released for good behavior, They were in love, and he moved in with Martha and her parents.
Okay, so your creep isn't a creep at all. He got out of prison for good behavior. He met a girl,
Found
moved in
love.
with her parents. All right, can I go now?
Just
I
one more
brought-
thing.
Oh,
Just one more thing.
okay.
Well, a couple things, probably like 28 more things. In July 1994, Martha's 5 months pregnant. And he realized he learned a great lesson from that car ride before. And you know what that lesson was?
What's that?
Don't leave them alive. The lesson is never leave them alive.
But I thought that these two were in love and they were starting a young family.
Well, no. He decided to go on a run, dude. And boy, for the next 2 years, did he.
Okay.
And I'm not going to get into all of it, but I'm going to tell you what his modus operandi were, okay? He would target unemployed black women in their 20s.
Why would you find that?
Who looked after their appearance.
Who would what?
Who also looked after their appearance. So like well put together,
Okay.
unemployed black women.
Interesting.
He offered
everyone
them,
has a type.
He would offer them a desk job. And after a train trip, he would get them on a train and he would lead them on foot to one of his killing sites in the Guatang area, claiming that it was a shortcut to his office. Once they were there, he would tell them that he was hurt by a woman and he was going to rape and kill them unless they could beat him in a fight.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of a sport.
He would end up just beating the shit out of these women. Like they think they have a fight chance and he just beat them up.
If Andy Kaufman had lived just another decade or so, I'm sure he would have gotten here.
This guy's a piece of fucking work, dude. I have never come across anybody like this.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's
like,
terrible.
Yeah. Well, they would never win. He would beat them up pretty good. And then he would rape them. He would tie them up. Then he would undress them and rape them again.
Okay.
He'd strangle them. And the first victim that he did, he strangled with his own hands. The rest of them were done with a ligature taken from the victims themselves, mostly their own panties, their belts, shoelaces, purse handles. The last victim was strangled with a garrote made from her panties and a stick.
Jesus Christ!
These last victims were also raped and killed directly over other bodies that he had already murdered and left there. So he would just like, they would get up there and be like, this is a shortcut to your office. There's a bunch of dead women in there. He'd be like, yeah, this is my
these
office.
ones didn't work out, but I think you're going to be great.
Yeah. This is my office, honey. Welcome. So then what he would do, right? He would, when their hands were bound to their necks, so that whenever they would start to struggle, he would set it up with like a garrote thing. When they would start to struggle, they would start strangling themselves.
Oh, like Chinese handcuffs or
Yes,
something. Bigger cuffs. Yeah.
And then he would masturbate while they died.
Jacking it, jack. Spanking it, smack. I don't need no.
Now, by that fall, 4 women have been found in an area called Cleveland, which is apparently all outside of Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Also
a shithole. This Cleveland, also a shithole.
Littered with dead women, actually. They found a 5th woman in Attridgeville and a 6th in Bacchusburg. One of them was Sithol's mistress, a woman named Amanda Feet. Now, check this out. This is the fun part, Carl.
Okay.
He knew Amanda Feet because he was fucking her on the side. This guy was just sexed out.
Yeah.
So
he had an addiction like Chris D'Elia. Vinny, it's not his fault.
Well,
he's an addict. What are you going to do?
He went to the funeral, and at the funeral, he found out that the police had arrested a different guy, a guy by the name of David Salepi. After he was recorded by an ATM machine's video withdrawing money using this woman's credit card. Because this dude didn't care about any of her shit. He just like threw that stuff down when he took her. So
the police seem kind of incompetent. I'm noticing a trend here.
Oh, were they? Because guess what? Salepi was shot by the police while supposedly leading them to the site of where she was murdered.
Okay.
And the cops closed the case.
Smart.
So let me tell you
Nothing
something.
to see here.
Yeah, I have a quote from Moses Sidhole during this.
I giggle my motherfucking ass off.
He fucking had to be laughing so hard. Now, case closed. Sure is, guys. Great work. So Sidhole's daughter was born on December 5th, 1994. A few months after the birth of their child, Martha threw him out because he was cheating on her all the time.
Well, yeah, coming home with a bloody penis will definitely piss off your wife.
Yeah. Why are you always covered in women's scratches? Well, invested them in a duel of the fates.
Yeah.
So Sidhole's daughter was born. Like I said, they're separated. So now he's homeless and he starts sleeping in train stations. From that point on,
why didn't he just sleep in his office?
It's haunted.
Smell bad. It's haunted. And those ghosts really don't like him.
So at that point, the murders just start happening, dude. Like he's just going to town. And they were always not far from the railway. They happened at a place called Bucksburg, Aldridgeville in Cleveland. And the press dubbed the murderer, this whole thing, the ABC murders because of that. Now, let's talk about, do you have that what an asshole drop? Can you hit that for me?
I do have that drop for you, buddy.
What an asshole!
So by October of 95, still not caught, still dropping bodies. And he was feeling very brave one day, Carl. So he called the Gauteng newspaper, The Star, saying that his name was Joseph Magwena and that he was the man that was highly wanted by the police. He then gave them a lengthy interview in which he claimed responsibility for almost all the murders. Siddle said that he hated women because he had been imprisoned after one falsely accused him of rape.
Stretching the truth a little bit
You
there.
don't say.
I think he's stretching it.
Is this the lesson that we should have out here? Women never report it because it just creates more rapists?
Jesus, no. Vinny,
that's the message.
You're not trying to cover our asses on this show, and you're saying shit like that's outrageous.
I'm saying that's what he's trying to say, you son of a bitch.
Everybody. Wow. Outrageous.
To prove he was really the killer, he finished the interview with clues about the locations of undisclosed victims. During that, the police learned that all the identified victims went missing after being offered a job by a man. They checked the phone numbers and that many had called before their disappearances. So that number belonged to Moses' sister. He was using his sister's cell phone to have all these women that he murdered tied neatly in a bow to him. After realizing Siddle's history matched details given in the interview from this Joseph Magwena, it was announced that Siddle was wanted for the murders, and they released it to the press. Now, here's how they caught him. He calls his ex-brother-in-law, Martha's brother, right? And told him that he needed a gun to protect himself.
Okay.
Can you fucking imagine this phone call? You're cheating on my sister, and you're calling me. You're in the news because you're raping and murdering people, and you're asking me for a gun?
Listen, there's never a time you can get more money for that gun.
Dude.
Listen, buddy, I'll sell it to you, but it's going to cost you.
Dude, this guy had to be a sweet talker. He's like, come on, man. I know you cheat. I cheated on your sister, but you damn well know I could have raped her and killed her, and I didn't.
That's true.
So you owe me, pal.
That's a good point.
So he says, sure, why don't you come on over to my job? I'll give you a gun over there. So immediately the brother-in-law calls the police. They have an undercover cop at the police or at the job. He shows up. The cop gets figured out. He figures out it's a cop. He fingers him. And the guy starts running away. Moses is running away. The cop fires 2 warning shots. Siddle puts up a fight and pulls an axe out from under his jacket.
Sweet.
And starts attacking the cop with a fucking axe.
Okay, now it's getting good.
Yeah.
Now it's
so
getting
he
good.
ends up getting shot in the stomach and in the leg. And he goes to the hospital where he's in critical condition for 2 days. And ladies and gentlemen, the sentence I'm about to read to you is the sentence which should really just put this over the top. I have never heard this before in my fucking life. After his recovery, he refused to make a statement until he was visited by a female police officer. Siddle then claimed to have committed over 10 murders and described several in detail while he masturbated.
Well, the guy likes his work. You got to give him that.
The cars are passing me by. They honk and say hello. Hey, that guy's jacket from his...
Carl, he sat there jerking off, recounting the murders of women that he strangled to death and watched kill themselves struggling. He was formally charged with 38 murders.
Are you kink shaming? Is that what you're doing right now?
Yes, very much, yes. Well, man, he agrees to give a recorded interview to an inmate under the premise that it would be sold and part of the benefits would go to his daughter. During this interview in jail, he admits to 29 murders and said that he, quote, didn't know where the other 9 came from. Here's my theory. Crappy police work.
Yes,
we got any other loose ends we could throw on this guy? I mean, they shot the one fucking guy already.
Right, good point.
So, according to Siddle, he got his main thrill from watching his victims' eyes bulge out when they died. At his trial, he declared himself innocent of all charges, of course, and accused the police of forcing him to confess. Now, this is a great defense because everybody knows that the police there are shitty, probably.
Sure.
And he's just like, they made me confess. I didn't do any of this stuff. This
Nope.
is all. They hear that 9,000 times a day. He's found guilty on all counts of murder, 40 counts of rape, 6 counts of robbery, and he's sentenced to 2,410 years in prison with no possibility of parole for 930 years. And he is currently serving his sentence in the highest security block in all of South Africa.
Those numbers are a little bit ridiculous. It reminds me of when Alex Jones was sued, and they're like, "Oh, you owe $18 trillion billion." Like, okay, why not?
Yeah.
940 years, and then if you're on good behavior, we'll think about maybe putting you on parole.
But you're gonna have to fly right for 930 years, young man.
So stupid.
I also like how they said he's in the highest security block in all of South Africa. They call that the Mandela Suite. All right,
boy.
kids.
All right.
That is my presentation today. Moses Sidhole.
Very good.
Let's tie this game up. Wouldn't it be great? Let's go into the next week going 3-3. Let's do it.
All right. Well, I'll tear down the fourth wall, or reveal the fourth wall, and tear down the curtain. One of these things, because I will tell you that when you do Google biggest serial killer in South Africa, Vinny's guy shows up first. I found a more interesting story.
No, you didn't.
For us today. My creep is none other than Nino Mbatha. Now, Mbatha was a famous native doctor, which is a traditional healer. He was well known in and around the KwaZulu-Natal province in South Africa.
Here's where we go again. Carl on his fight against Big Pharma.
Yep.
Here we go.
So even though people had mysteriously vanished in the area, none of the community members suspected him to be the culprit. He was one of the people they all went to for help. This Mbatha. He's a traditional healer. He's got all the remedies for everything. So on the 19th of August, 2017, a 33-year-old Mbatha walked into a police station with a bizarre plea. He walked in with a school bag and asked for help. He said, "I'm tired of eating human flesh. Please help me." None of the police officers believed him. They're like, "Oh, you rascal, you beat it now. You stop wasting our time, buddy. We know you're one of the good ones." So one of the police officers thought he was insane. And the other one was, cracking some sick jokes and having some fun with it. And one of the cops said, "I thought he was mentally unstable because he kept speaking out of turn. But unfortunately for Nino, this wasn't a game, and he really did need help. Seeing that no one was taking him seriously, though, he decided to pull out of his bag a fresh human hand and a leg. And
a fork, a knife, and a spoon.
And he placed it on the officer's desks. He goes, "Look it. You guys don't believe me that I'm eating humans? Look it. Here's a hand. Here's a leg." That got their attention. So the police started gathering around. They actually, at first, they thought it was like maybe a doll hand or something like that. You know, those realistic reborn dolls.
Yeah.
That I learned about recently.
Ew.
So they still weren't sure. So then he reached into this bag again and pulled out a stinking handkerchief filled with tiny decomposing human pieces, slightly dripping blood, and placed that on the table. And it was then that everyone went, "Oh, I think this guy's a psycho. We're going to probably arrest you now, sir." So these police officers are a little bit incompetent, is I guess the theme that we're getting here. So Mbatha volunteered to take them to his house. He lived in a one-room house.
Oh, no.
The police later noted they could smell decomposing human remains from a distance. The horror scene they then witnessed was beyond their imagination. This is a quote from one of the police officers. "I followed the accused into the room where he retrieved a small dish. Inside, I saw something shaped like an ear and what appeared to be jaws. He then picked up another bucket that appeared to have intestines in it. In one of the pots, they also found 8 different human ears, skulls, bones, and other body parts. And it was then that Nino told them he wasn't alone in this heinous crime. He named 3 more people, including,
and he's a snitch.
Listen to this.
That makes him a real.
He
creep.
named 3 more people, including a popular meat seller. So now who's the cannibal? Huh, officer?
The joke's on you.
Yeah, right?
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Exactly. You're going to arrest me for being a cannibal? You're a cannibal. So police asked community members who had mysteriously lost their loved ones to come and identify them. But since the bodies were dismembered and mostly decomposed, no one could identify anyone except for one. It was the body of a young 25-year-old single mother who had left to visit her grandmother not far from where Nino lived. According to her mother, the single mother did share her concerns about the journey a few weeks prior after hearing that people have been mysteriously vanishing near her grandmother's house.
Yeah. Should we check on grandma, or you think she's
So
nobody would want to eat her?
According to the police report, well, no one knew that people were being eaten. They just knew people were disappearing.
Sure.
According to the police report, 2 guys were tired of being broke and they went to Nino to seek some traditional medicine to bring them luck and make them rich. And so, because he's a witch doctor or some shit.
Dude, if there was an actual doctor that could do that for you.
Hey, these guys are believing it. This is the guy you got to go to get some money. So Nino told them, all right, yeah, no problem. You just need some fresh human blood from a woman, and that will appease the ancestors.
Yeah, so follow your wife around for a week or so.
I get it.
With a little tray, a little pad.
So a few days later, these gentlemen came across that single mother, that 25-year-old single mother who was traveling to her grandmother's house. They abducted her and brought her to a secluded place where they raped, killed, and dismembered her body. The interesting part is I don't remember them getting the instructions to rape.
That's what I was going to say. Was that part of the plan here?
They threw that in just for fun, I guess.
Yeah.
When police found the body, it was missing its head, legs, and hands, but they were able to identify her by the clothing. According to the police,
She always was tacky.
According to police, her body had been found buried beneath some heavy rocks, waiting for some maggots to start eating it and produce wealth for them. This is the quote. It was buried under big rocks, and we had to call a machine to remove the rocks. They admitted that they were waiting for the body parts to attract maggots. Apparently, maggots collect money. So this traditional healer is just like, what you need now. Thank you for the blood. Now what you got to do is you got to get some maggots on a decomposing body.
Mm-hmm.
That's very lucky. That's better than a rabbit's foot around here. Now, this is the fun part, Vinny. Surprisingly, cannibalism is not a crime in South Africa.
Yep, so not a creep. Vote Vinny.
So the accused were only charged for first-degree murder and possession of human remains, which I guess is against the law. And Judge Olson said they were guilty of the most heinous crime. Nino Mabatha was sentenced to life in prison without parole, or 980 years, whatever bullshit your guy made up. So that is my creep, Nino Mabatha, the cannibal witch doctor.
The guy who helped his community. The guy
not everyone, not everyone in his community.
He also realized what he did was wrong, showed contrition, and turned himself in.
He did turn himself in.
Yeah. My guy did confess, but he only did it to jerk off and look at a female police officer's eyes while he did it. Vote for Vinny at thecreepoff.com.
Go to thecreepoff.com. Vote for who you thought brought the creepier South African this week. We'll keep this game going. We got a couple of super chats that came in, Vinny.
Yeah, let's hit those.
Let's hit those, and then I have a fun segment for us. Red 4735 bucks, just like the offspring. Carl likes to keep them separated. James Gartner, $2. Creeps are the best. Thanks for the degeneracy.
That's right, my man. Thanks
no
for
problem. This is what we do here. We bring it every Monday.
All right. Carl, does this mean we're going to do what I think we're going to do right now?
Yeah, we need a jingle for this. We need a cop body cam jingle or something. So if anybody wants to put something together for us.
We need a good name for the segment.
We need a jingle and a name. So if you could do both of those things, that'd be great. Jeff Spangler, once again, sending in a fine video for us to check out.
Oh, man.
And what we have today is a very intoxicated young lady who was driving a car and then stopped driving a car in order to get a nap in. So if you play my my first clip here, this is the police officers coming up to her, knocking on the door, trying to wake her up.
You got it.
She is out. If the seatbelt wasn't on, her head would hit the steering wheel.
Is she wearing headphones?
Ma'am.
Oh, no, she's got the stupid gauges.
Oh. Hello? Drunk?
I think I told this story before, but this happened to me. Darien Lake is this really shitty music venue not far from us. And the problem with it is that there's only one way in and out.
Right.
And it's
it takes forever to get out of there. If you've ever been to a concert there, it blows. You're there till 3 a.m. sometimes.
Well, so that's what I was going to tell you. My girlfriend and I at the time decided to just take a little nap in my car and wait for the traffic to clear out. And boy, did we get a nap in, because we got awoken from the police at 4 a.m. and there was not another person there. I was like, oh, They're like, sir, you got to go. I'm like, yep, sounds good. Bye.
Oh,
That worked out well. Okay. So this is not working. And so now they're going to they're opening up the door and they're going to try to physically wake her up.
Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear me? Yeah, she's breathing. Ma'am, can you hear me?
So at this point, they're getting the Narcan ready.
yeah.
They don't know if she's OD'd or what's going on here because she is unconscious. She's breathing, but she is sitting in the driver's seat. The car is running and she is passed the fuck out. So they start getting the Narcan ready and all of a sudden she comes to.
Perfect.
But she's pretty out of it, I would have to say.
Where are you?
Hey, you gotta talk to us. What's going on? Please.
Steve Leawood.
I'm sorry?
Is that your
Steve Leawood.
Is that your name?
What?
You sure not Leawood?
Yeah, we're in Lakewood.
Lakewood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lakewood. Steve off.
Okay.
Did she say Lakewood Steve Austin? What did she say?
That's exactly what she said. Yes. And then she starts talking about The Rock, and they're like, that has nothing to do with anything here.
Oh, she's cool. Let her go.
No. So she's kind of out of it. She's not making a lot of sense. And so they do have to remove her from the car. Now, one thing that we've been watching on a lot of these cop cam videos that we've been picking out, people don't cooperate. That's where the fun comes in. When people do not do what the police tell them to do, it seems to be where fireworks start flying.
Here we go.
Waiting for my boyfriend.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my boyfriend.
That's fine. So you gotta get out of the car.
Why?
We'll explain that to you.
Alright, go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
You're gonna have to get out of the car.
Why?
Okay. So she gets into these loops, this woman, now that she's talking.
Oh, no.
She gets into these loops where she just repeats the same thing over and over again. She's not cooperating, but she's being super annoying. So this is where this starts in my next track.
What street are you on?
Go ahead.
Do you know what street you're on?
Yeah.
What street are you on?
Go ahead.
All right. Undo your seatbelt so you can come out.
Go ahead.
Undo your seatbelt.
Go ahead.
Come on, step out of the car.
Go ahead.
So I think she's more than just sleepy, Vinny. Like when I wake up first thing in the morning, I'm a little out of it.
You know, this is an alien in the human suit. There's something really weird going on here.
Interesting. That's a good theory right there. I like that. I wish there was cam footage of Tommy from MSCS getting his DUI recently.
Good. So
they're trying to ask her if she knows where the fuck she is. And she's like, do you know? Do you know? So this is the next thing that she gets stuck on.
so she's able to be sassy.
Yes. This is the next thing she gets stuck on here.
Perfect.
Step out.
Why do you know when I know? Do you know? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. When you know.
You were passed out.
When.
Okay, you were passed out.
Do you know?
Come on, step out of the vehicle.
No, ma'am. Do you know?
Yes, step out of the vehicle.
Ma'am, can you tell me? Ma'am, can you tell me?
I'm asking you to step out of the vehicle. Are you gonna?
Ma'am, I'm telling you. Can you tell me?
Are you gonna step out or not?
I'm asking you. Can you tell me?
That's a song.
Yes.
That really is song lyrics.
She's very repetitive.
And it sounds like it's auto-tuned a little bit too.
A little bit. Yeah. You know what? You and I picked up on something similar there because so she finally pull her out of the car. They stand her up. They go, do you want to do a field sobriety? She's like, yeah. They're like, all right. They come over here. And then she goes, no. Like, you don't want to do field sobriety? She's like, no. So they cuff her right then and there, which I think that was probably a good move. Not trying to do the field sobriety. She can barely stand up. So she gets put in the back of the car. They hit her head on the top of the car, which is always fun. Just wanted to point that out. And then she's sitting back there. She's just breathing weird because there's just a camera on her and no one else is in the car, just her.
Okay.
She's breathing weird. And then after 5 minutes goes by, all of a sudden she just comes alive and she like gets her second wind And all of a sudden she's like shot out of a cannon, Robin.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
I would like an attorney, please. What are you fucking talking about? What are you talking about?
Do you hear us talking?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Let me fucking go. What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? Let me go. I hear you.
So she's figured out this new loophole in the law book that if
you
she
could
can overhear
hear the
the
cops.
conversation, they have to let her go. What were we just talking about? All right, you win. On your way.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw that one up there.
Ray DeVito's sister.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw that up
So
there.
you'll notice here that all of a sudden she's come alive. Oh, the other thing too is like sometimes they bleed fucking and sometimes they don't. All of these videos do that. I don't understand if that's like a software issue or something.
I don't know
It
if
just
it's
misses it.
Yeah, weird.
It's stupid. Anyway, okay. So she's saying, "Let me go." What are you talking about? Let me go. And she thinks the cops aren't sure about the arrest. Whatever she's overhearing, she thinks she's hearing them saying, "I don't think we can arrest this woman. I think we got to let her go." So she thinks she's got some information here.
Okay.
I can still hear her. She wasn't sure about the arrest. I can hear her. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Okay.
Nope.
So what's the secret word? Let me go, please. Very rude of you.
Not
man.
on her planet.
Very rude of you just to bark out orders like that. So you notice it when as soon as she gets a phrase in her head, she has to repeat it over and over again. And this continues.
Can I please talk to you? Can I please talk to you? Can I please talk to you? Can I talk to you? Can I please talk to you?
So she really wants to talk to this police officer, but she also needs to know the police officer's name, which is my next track.
Yeah, it's always a good way to start a conversation.
Sure.
What is that bald guy's name? What is his name? What is his name? You're making an illegal arrest. What is his name? What is his name?
So it's weird that she keeps getting stuck in these loops. I got to think she's blackout drunk at this point. She's not going to remember any of this stuff.
No way.
And she even says in a minute here, she goes, he's about to lose his fucking job. I love these people who all think that they're going to go to court and have all these police officers fired for the way that they arrested them. We've seen this time and time again. It's always the women who think this too. Guys like us, we watch cops. We know what the deal is. Like, no. The criminal always loses.
Or like when John was telling everybody here that I'm unprofessional and shitty and shouldn't have a job. How could you hire someone like this?
Well, he's a girl. That's why.
I know. That's why I said it.
I have, so you've heard her get into these loops now. She wants to talk. She wants to know what his name is. Says, let me go. Now the worst part comes up because this woman's been drinking and she's in the back of this car.
Luckily, those are not nice leather seats.
Yes.
That is not fine Corinthian leather.
Correct.
That looks to be hard plastic.
Yes.
It's like
for a reason.
The back seat looks like it's made out of a guitar hard case.
Yes. Easy to clean.
I have to piss, and I'm going to piss in your car, or I'm going to piss outside of it. I have to piss. All right, I'm going to piss in your fucking car, because I have to piss. Okay, I'm going to pee here, and I have warned you that I have to piss. Why are you making me piss inside your car?
I think she has to go pee.
I think it's funny. Does she actually pee?
Well, she didn't. I was disappointed because they finally pull her out and there's no wet spot. But Vinny, you picked up on something. I picked up on something. I have made a brand new track. This is going to be a hit song. All the kids will be singing.
Dude, I'm so proud of you because I was going to say there are so many. This could be a banging dance track right here.
Let's do it.
Ma'am, can you tell me? Ma'am, can you tell me? Can you tell me? are you talking about? What are you talking about? I hear you! Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Can I please talk to you? Can I please talk to you? Can I please talk to you? Can I talk to you? Can I please talk to you? What is his name? What is his name? What is his f***ing name? What is his name? I have to piss. I have to piss. I have to piss. I have to piss. Why are you making me piss inside your car? Ma'am, can you tell me?
I love how defeated this. Why?
I know. She gets really angry. That's why I liked the buildup of that song. Like it starts kind of inquisitive. You're not sure what's going on, and then it gets very forceful.
That's art,
It's good
baby.
stuff. Yes, it sure
Hey,
is.
I'm going to shout out to MJ. Thanks for the 10 Canadian
Oh,
dollars.
thank you very much, MJ.
Off topic, but I have the Simpsons on in the background, and Homer just said "skull," then chugged his beer.
Is that true? Boom. That's amazing.
That is pretty weird.
I'll have to look for that.
All right, kids. I think that makes it time for voicemails, right, Carl?
It is, yes.
All right.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse, where we prove MLK's dream by having all our ethnicities be trash. See you in Syracuse.
That's all he ever wanted was equality.
That's right. White trash and black trash and
right.
brown trash all living together in a place that sucks so much ass.
Yeah, he went to Syracuse for his famous "I had a nightmare" speech.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate the person who's left the creepiest voicemail ever.
Vinnie.
What?
Vinnie.
What?
Vinnie. The Vinster. Vinnie. Hi, Vinnie.
Hi.
Hey.
I don't know what the story is with that.
Weird.
So I think we should do a contest for creepiest voicemail.
Okay.
But you have to start off each voicemail with, "This is a entry in the creepiest voicemail contest," and then do your voicemail so I don't get really creeped out by you people. I know.
Hey, I have a voicemail for us, buddy.
Great.
Hey, Carl, this is for the creep off. I got to say, Vinny did bring in the better creep this week, but she didn't even meet the player until after he was already retired, so she's not a wife or girlfriend.
Oh.
He needs to stop cheating. It's 2 weeks in a row.
Wow. Those are bending some rules right there. Good call, sir. You are cheating.
You think you could get away with that?
Steve McNair
without
was no
having
longer
legal ramifications? You're out of your fucking mind.
He was no longer an NFL quarterback at the time.
I don't know. I think you're gonna have to talk to my lawyer.
Michael Popok has the tape.
Okay, fair enough.
Stop it.
Okay. Carl, here's some feedback for you.
Hello, Carl and the fat one.
Hi, I have a name.
Can you please stop doing these DUI stories? I got a DUI a couple of months ago because I'm a creep, and every time I hear these stories, I have PTSD. Anyway, fuck y'all. Don't call me back.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear
Can
that.
you please send us the body cam footage of your arrest?
Yes, we would like to watch
I would
that.
love to watch that on the show. I would
If
love
you've
to
learned
see.
anything from us, it's to constantly resist and call the cops every name you can think of.
And also, always remember, you know better than that.
Yes, you know the law.
You know
you
the laws
understand
better.
the Constitution better than the police do. Remember that. You are a constitutional scholar. That moment you're arrested, you're pulled over.
I would like to congratulate this guy because the chat just gave him a nickname. Shout out West is now dubbed you Johnny DWI.
Johnny Dewey.
Johnny Dewey.
Johnny Dewey.
Sorry,
Sorry, we had another one today.
So our dude who's a big Michigan fan, really happy. He kept it short this time.
Okay.
Vinny, they did it, buddy. Woo-hoo! National champ. Again, man, I really appreciate you guys telling the story about how much fun you have. You're part of the cult. You're part of the family now. I love it. And again, go blue, Love your show. Thanks, guys. See you.
Go Blue. What a victory.
He followed it up with this, which really actually did make me happy.
Vinny, I know this is early, but I'm on my way to work and I'm just finding out. We killed Saban for you! We killed Saban! We knocked him right out of fucking football, man. Thought you'd enjoy that. Love the show. See ya.
Fuck yourself, Nick Saban.
His last game as a head coach is a loss to the Michigan Wolverines. Wow.
I told my wife, I said they'll forever be one of my favorite teams in anything ever because of that. So
definitely.
Yeah, way to pick up on that.
Is your wife doesn't care about Alabama, does she?
My wife loves Auburn. My wife's
okay, so they
yeah,
rival.
she hates Alabama.
Okay.
We were both thrilled when Nick Saban fucking left. All right, Carl. I guess that makes it time for a scum parade. You into it?
Let's go.
Scum parade, take me on a raid of these fuck charades that these creeps have made. Scum parade, Vinny and Carl gonna tell you about some fuck shit. Scum parade, like stories of a kid fucked by his mom or dad, soaking up the blood of a cat. Scum parade.
You know, I always thought Belgium sounded like a nice place.
Sure.
And then I read this story. A YouTube prankster was arrested after pulling off a disgusting stunt that involved him pouring a bucket of dog feces on an unsuspecting passenger.
Did he get a good camera shot of it, though?
I have the video.
Oh, good.
Would you like to see it?
Sure.
Before I get there, I'm just going to show you. This is him mixing the bucket.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to put it on mute because I don't want to get any of that YouTube bullshit.
So, yeah, it wasn't just dog feces. There's paint in there.
Oh, there's
oil.
all sorts of stuff. Yes.
I mean, the dog
Beer,
shit would have been enough, buddy.
Fallen leaves and paint.
I think you're overdoing it.
Yeah, there's oil. I'm just in flesh.
So
this. Now he's picking up dog shit.
See, this is not a funny prank. So,
petite caca.
Let me give these YouTubers some ideas because they're obviously are not doing this right. If you want to prank someone, you can always swat a Republican senator, push someone in a wheelchair into traffic, send NA beer to Stuttering John Melendez's home. I mean, these are fun pranks on YouTube.
Yeah, so this is not an interesting YouTube video. This is a man trying to pick up pieces of shit with sticks.
Yeah.
And dump it into it.
Well, God forbid he would have to touch this.
Yeah. So it's all mixed. This is him mixing it all up.
Yeah. That's terrible.
And take us to the prank.
Jesus. What the fuck is he thinking with this?
And here it comes, kids.
Oh my God.
And off of the fucking train he runs.
Well, there's another person filming it, though.
Yeah,
it's not just him.
Yeah. So they ran off the train. The victim and local transportation operator filed complaints. Police also stated the man mixed the feces with excrement, oil, beer, water, fallen leaves, and paint. The man goes by the moniker.
You're going to want to cancel. That video's about to play.
Oh, cool. Sorry, guys. No problem.
By the way, I have to say, as a very famous YouTuber, he's giving us a bad name here. He's making us look bad.
Yeah, I wish we had thought of this.
Vinny?
Do you know what
Us
a great
famous
real
YouTubers-
consequences this is? Diarrhea on a bucket and throw it on someone and then not be allowed to run off the train is the consequence.
Oh, that's a fun one. You got to stand there and just go, yeah, so what?
You have to be like my creep and you have to fight them.
No, you would be even better. You just go, hey, buddy, right there's a camera. Wave to the camera. We got you. You just got creep-offed. We decided to give everyone in the world their own TV show and thought, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Did
Here you
nobody
go.
think that there were going to be prank videos? Did no one think that was going to happen?
This is the only way this could have gone.
Yeah. So last week,
remember
Carl,
that YouTuber who got shot in the mall?
Yes.
Why wouldn't this kid? I really needs to get shot. Don't you think?
It's Belgium. They can't get a gun there.
Oh, that's true. Damn it.
You could probably hit him with the stick.
Stupid EU.
Yeah. In fact, that guy actually got a fine for not having a license for that stick he was using to put the poo in the bucket.
I don't think that's true. I think you
Okay.
made that up.
Well, let's talk about let's touch on something real quick.
Sure.
Last week we brought up Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the girl whose mother poisoned her.
Yes.
Made her think that she was sick.
Then they
they ended up
her
murdering
boyfriend had
her.
to murder the mom. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a woman in Ohio who's accused of faking her child's cancer diagnosis, shaving her head so she could raise money and keep it for herself.
Now, this is a charity scam. This is how you do it right here. Are you paying attention there, SJ?
Yeah. She got somebody at a bar to send her an iPad. Fucking bullshit. Hold on. I'm going to show you some of the pictures that this woman posted on social media. This is one of the scummiest things in the world. Pamela Reed, she's 41. She's charged with theft by deception after she allegedly claimed her 7-year-old daughter, Addie Ray, had acute myeloid leukemia along with other conditions. The mother raised thousands and posted heartbreaking photos of her child's treatment online. There's a little kid getting, is that an MRI tube?
Yeah, looks like it.
There's a kid getting their back scanned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's a picture of a hospital bed. No idea who's in it. Then there's a little baby in the hospital with oxygen.
I got to say, this should be legal. Like, if you can get rubes to give you money because they saw some photos on Facebook, that's on them.
I showed you those photos because a lot of those photos weren't pictures of the actual kid. They were just pictures.
Just in a hospital or something. So here's my question for you, Vinny. I honestly don't know the answer to this. If you collect money for a fake charity, do you have to pay taxes?
Well, what if you just don't pay taxes anyway?
Well, but what I'm saying, though, is that a charity doesn't have to pay taxes. So what about a fake charity? It's kind of like Tim Dillon with his fake business.
Interesting.
Is a fake charity the same as charity? I guess is my point.
No, it's obviously not because it's a crime. And if you rob a bank, if you rob a bank, are you expected to pay taxes off of the money you stole?
No, I don't think you are. Good point. This is a win-win.
Problem solved. Tax-free.
By the
way,
way,
if you scam people online and tell them that your child is dying and you get the money, you don't have to pay taxes.
Don't pay taxes. By the way, on an unrelated note, Vinny, bad news. I just found out my cat has cancer.
Oh man, well I got like 50 on me.
Oh, that'd be great because it's going to be really expensive. I don't have cat cancer insurance. I let it lapse, and so I'll probably post some photos. But it's really depressing. Our cat, our poor kitty cat.
What was that cat's name again?
Cancer guy. We call him. I know it's his
not
nickname.
Little cancer guy. He was my favorite one of your cats.
I know it's really sad. The cancer guy.
Who could have seen this coming?
I know, totally unpredictable. But anyway, so the bills are really just mounting up. It's going to cost us a lot of money. So if people want to help out with that.
You know, I was going to name this episode something else, but now I'm going to call it The Tall Tale of Cancer Guy.
If you just send the money to Mark P, who could then Venmo it to me, that would be really
also, if you have any old electronics that you need to recycle laying around, you can send those to
I'll take iPhones 11 or newer.
Okay. So the mother raised thousands of dollars, posted those videos online. She also said Addie suffered from frequent seizures and also would need to have a port implanted in the future for her cancer treatments.
Well, how come she didn't get away with this? Seems like a perfect scam.
Well, Carl,
what went wrong?
The school nurse called Addie's primary doctor because the school nurse realized what was going on. So she was shaving her daughter's head. The kid missed 280 hours of school. She was getting constant blood tests. It's unclear why medical staff did not catch the child's actual health status. Reed, who's from Pleasantville, Ohio, was taken to Noble County Jail. Now, I'm trying to make sure I found the right part. So,
by the way, when you are undergoing chemo and radiation and your hair falls out, it's not the same as shaving your head. There isn't stubble there. It's not like you look like Will Smith's ex-wife on the top of your head because you're going through chemo treatment. It's very smooth. So shaving the head might work well in pictures. It might work fine for Facebook, but at the school nurse,
yeah,
maybe not so much.
The school nurse was like, so this kid has seizures. This kid has all these asthma problems and she has cancer. Well, I'm going to have to talk to the doctor just to make sure that we're like, if there's anything special we need for this kid.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, what? And then the police were called and she has been arrested. She was given approximately $8,000 by a local organization to aid cancer treatment expenses. She also had a public Facebook page called Our Ray of Sunshine, Team Addie Ray, where she posted sad images of Addie. Don't advertise it as a page of sunshine if you're just going to post all those sad sack fucking dogs in cages.
It was working.
style
Wait till you see what my
pictures.
cat looks like. All of his hair fell out.
So
poor cancer cat.
Fun little fact here. Fun little fact. She's married, but her husband has not been mentioned in any of the records. It was not present at the time of the arrest. And it's unclear
Listen, if
he
you
was
want to do a
aware.
fake charity scam, leave me out of it. All right, I want nothing to do with this shit.
I think this guy's just like, wait, what? My kid's not sick?
Oh, you think maybe he fell for it too?
Yes.
The best part is that for some reason, these people always take it too far. So they kept adding on more and more ailments. So apparently because of cancer, the girl couldn't see out of one of her eyes.
That's right. Rheumatoid arthritis.
So the nurse was just like, all right, cover up this eye. And then like did one of these to her real quick. And she flinched like, I think you can see out of that fucking eye, you liar.
You liar. Lying little liar. So
busted.
Here's what really tipped her off. You're right. They arose last week when the elementary school nurse discovered that Addie was not blind in the right eye, like you said. And I put that in the wrong place in my story. Thank you,
These guys
Carl.
are fucking idiots.
Yes. Just one of us. It's Carl.
No, I'm talking about the fucking mom and daughter trying to pull off this scheme. It's an easy one to do.
Oh, never mind. It's me.
Shit.
It is an easy scam to do.
Partner.
You're not wrong. It is very easy to do.
Yes,
And
you can pull this off.
unfortunately, this is why people don't give to charity.
You know, I'm thinking about maybe adopting, it is MLK Day, maybe a young black child who also has cancer. Thinking about maybe adopting
To
one.
take care of the cat.
I'm going to put, I don't know, I'll probably post photos. It's not for everyone. It's going to be kind of depressing. But
Carl, you know what I just said? I just realized I just had the most saddening
WATP
realization.
show is our PayPal. What were you going to say?
I had a saddening realization just now.
What's that?
Don't give to charity.
Never give to charity. All it does is goes to people, these grifters like this, or to the CEO of a charity who is the biggest grifter of them all.
I just raised some money for the Alzheimer's Association. Now I feel like a fucking rube.
Dummy.
Fuck.
You've been had.
Fuck. All right.
Well, hold on though, Vinny. Let's see if Alzheimer's goes away in the next couple of years. If it does, then that was a good contribution. But if it doesn't, you might have been had.
Weird, because when I gave them the donation, they immediately said,
Gotcha, bitch.
Vinny, did you give us a contribution yet? We don't remember you giving it to us.
They said,
Come on, pig.
Ante up. All right. Trevor Bickford, Carl. This guy, wow, was he a bit of a problem on New Year's Eve 2022?
All right, let's get this woman off the screen.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to look at her anymore.
She is not fun to look at.
Later, Miss Piggy. Now, he pled guilty Thursday to federal charges stemming from the 2022 New Year's Eve knife attack on 3 New York Police Department officers manning a checkpoint at Times Square. He was 19 years old when he carried out this attack. He came from Maine in December of 2022, intending to carry out a, quote, jihadist attack on officers in uniform with a machete-style knife.
I got to say, terrorism in New York City has really slipped since 2001, hasn't it? This terrorist attack is like the Phantom Menace of terrorist acts in Manhattan.
He's pled guilty to 3 counts of attempted murder on government officials and 3 counts of assault on government officials. He faces up to 120 years in prison. He's scheduled to be sentenced on April 11th. Bickford targeted the iconic yearly celebration to carry out brazen acts of violence, said the attorney. Bickford, with countless others who had carried out acts of terrorism in support of misguided ideologies, is now going to spend a lengthy time exactly where he deserves, in federal prison.
That's some editorializing by Yahoo News right there, isn't it?
This is the U.S. Attorney General grandstanding.
In
I wanted to
support
read that
of
to you.
misguided ideologies? Who's to say? Vinny, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So this guy tried to kill some cops with a machete.
Yep.
Whose side are we on?
On this one?
Yeah. I know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I'm not sure who we're rooting for here.
Justice?
It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like us.
No.
Something
I'm on the side of justice.
Okay.
I'm rooting for justice on this one.
All right.
I don't know what that is, though. So I don't know. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This guy, an 18-inch Kakuri knife. He went up to on West 52nd Street, 8th Avenue, outside a secure area that had been set up for New Year's Eve celebrations, and he just jumped at these cops and started fucking hacking away.
Nice. I mean, that's terrible. Don't do that.
Yeah. So they had to bump up security adjustments for this New Year's Eve celebrations that we just had. You're no longer allowed to bring any blade over 18 inches.
Okay, very good.
So just so everybody knows.
Yes,
that.
keep those knives and swords under 18 inches
All
when
right.
celebrating the New Year's.
Hey, there's this guy in Texas who, like his swords, likes to keep his dates under 18 as well.
Okay.
I'd like to talk about Arthur Hector Fernandez. He's 29, and he's a kiosk worker at the Galleria Mall in Houston. Now, oof. So apparently he's in a gang. He's in a roving gang of mall pedophiles.
You know, I just want to say, we all laughed at Trump when he said that Mexico isn't sending their best and brightest over here. But check out Hector Fernandez over here, what he's up to.
Horrifying videos have surfaced of a gang of at least 7 men sexually abusing toddlers inside the bathroom of the Texas Mall. 2 friends of Fernandez sometimes left their children, 2 2-year-olds, in his care while they worked at the mall. The FBI says they launched a probe last month after the abuse videos posted on private online forums were shared by the Australian Centre to Counter Child Exploitation. That's right. People in Australia are catching people in Texas. Fucking pedos know they're out there looking for you. Just fuck right off. All you fuckos.
I can't believe you can find 6 other people who are excited about fucking a 2-year-old.
Well, it's the mall, Carl.
In a mall bathroom. How do you find 6 other people who are just like, yeah, I'm up for that. That sounds cool.
Each of the 4 videos shared with the authorities reportedly shows a different location and a different assault. And they take place at different rooms and locations, including the bathrooms at the mall. Fernandez is the only suspect charged in the case so far. It is unclear if the others said to appear in the video have been identified. Police closed in on him by using an open source image repository to search for the face of one of the children and then matched it with social media images shared by one of the women. Hey, listen, I got bad news. The FBI shows up and says, hey, listen, I got bad news. Your kid's a star.
Your kid's a star on the dark web. Your kid's video has been shared over 20 million times. I know it might sound great, but actually, and I love how they have to use AI to remove the semen from the face so they can get a proper match on it.
Remove background because it's just a bunch of cocks. It's
Who's
just your kid
who's
sitting
developing
there
that technology?
with 2 hands, like trying to hold up. It's like a toddler trying to stand up. This is so fucking bad. This is so fucking bad. When the police showed the child's mom's sanitized image from the abuse materials, the woman reportedly noticed a pair of bracelets owned by Fernandez. I know who wears those shitty Hot Topic bracelets.
No, I think this guy got busted because he was trying to bring awareness to breast cancer. That sucks.
Don't ever buy a Livestrong bracelet, everybody.
Right. That's the problem right there.
The FBI agent Torrance White warned parents that predators are often someone that they know. The perpetrators of these crimes are family members, teachers, and members of the community. Oftentimes, folks are looking for the monster in the white van, but often it's the person you know.
I wouldn't say often.
I'm looking at you, Carl.
I don't think 2-year-olds are getting raped in mall bathrooms often. I don't think that's how that's going down, but what do I know? Maybe they scurry away when I walk in.
You know what? Finally, someone's taken down that Syracuse mall. They don't do this over there. I didn't even hear this shit in Syracuse.
That's true.
Houston Galleria is the largest mall in Texas, everybody. The 7th largest in the United States. And I like how they put a little ad in here at the end. It opened in 1969 and now contains over 400 stores.
Dude,
most rape-free.
I was going to say, like around here, they're repurposing malls to now have health facilities in them and go-kart tracks and giant arcades and rape rooms.
Dude,
like they're just trying to find different ways to use this real estate.
That's for us, dude. We're getting old. They're going to put all the doctors and shit offices in the mall, and we're going to go there, and then we're going to go fucking walk around the food court and just be old fucks doing what we did when we were teenagers.
I love it.
It's going to be amazing. Can we still hang out?
I'll meet you there.
Nice.
We have some super chats to get caught up on over here, and I do want to thank the fine folks for supporting this program with their hard-earned money.
Yay, super chats.
thank you to Knight. Knight calls Aaron dad, and Stuttering John that guy.
That makes sense.
Thanks, Knight.
James Gardner, thanks for the $4.99. Do you know what you're talking about? Let Me Go.
Yes.
Number one hit.
Piss Girl, number one hits.
Why are you making me pee in your car?
Pee in your car. It's Knight. That guy is a cancer. GoFundMe coming soon. Well, we'll be on the lookout for that. Knight.
Violence.
Violence against women. Hi, I'm here, Stuttering John. There it is. I thought it was fake. I was wrong. Mr. Spittle. Sounds like a job for 7.62 times 39.
Oh, okay.
What?
I know what that means.
What does that mean?
That's something that you would put in something to fire at somebody else, I believe.
I'm a F-slur. Comes in with 2 bucks. I was getting a little crazy at the end here. Tips looking great today, Carl. Cool, messy look. Thanks, buddy.
I like how they're not as blonde as they normally are.
I don't dye my hair. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just as God made me.
Yep. It's natural, everybody.
I'm just as God made me.
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
You know, when you were a little kid and those feet were all messed up, your parents went and got them fixed. And you don't do that with your hair now, huh?
Yeah, or my teeth.
Okay, I guess that. You know what? That's true. That is true. Folks, thanks for joining us today.
I mean, it gets real serious. You know what? That is true. Good point, Carl.
He would have fixed his teeth before he dyed his hair, I think. Or, well, actually, one's a lot easier to do. I don't know.
Hey, Vinny.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, asswipe, and suck my cock.
You're a real asshole, Carl.
I know.
This has been a fun episode, though. I had a good time with you today.
This was a great episode today. Don't forget to vote at thecreepoff.com and don't cheat. We've seen some cheating going on. We always catch it.
Carl, where are you going to watch the Bills game?
From my living room.
Have fun.
Do you want to come over? My wife's making food right now. We got a whole crew coming over.
I have to do subreddit surfing at 8 o'clock, but I might stop by.
Okay.
I might stop by. By the way, folks, Epstein Part 2 on subreddit surfing tonight at 8 o'clock. So hop over to the channel and check that out.
For some reason, I actually have band practice tonight after the Bills game. So I'd like to watch subreddit surfing and or the other NFL playoff game.
Today we're focusing on the Clintons and Stephen Hawking.
Oh, that's amazing. I'd love to be there
the
for
stuff
that.
you like the most.
That is
Too
fun.
bad you can't be there. But either way, we're going to do it, and you're welcome to join us.
Go Birds tonight, everybody.
Now, we told you to visit thecreepoff.com. Let me tell you what else is there apart from the newest episodes and the place to vote. There are links to our voicemail, our email, our social media, and most importantly, our Patreon Supercast Backed By, where you get our bonus content. And let me tell you something. Every Friday, Carl and I try to put out a banger for you.
Mm-hmm.
And we did last week. It was a great episode.
Yes, it was.
And it's there for you to enjoy.
There is a fantastic video that Vinny found about Tahiti Village.
Yep.
Stuttering John's favorite timeshare.
Yep. We learned all about how
we
they
learned
work.
about the scam that is Tahiti Village. So
Yep. I wouldn't call them a scam. They are a business, but they had people doing unethical things. And our boy Rob Wolchak called them out. It's
he
pretty
sure
fun.
did. Yes,
all right. We're
that was
out of here.
fantastic.
It's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Good gear.
Time to get in the pool.
Wait, what?
Oh, bitch.
Mental illness can literally drive you crazy.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Do up.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I giggle my motherfucking ass off.